friends, Charlie here with my ever lovely co-host DJ Skunky.
Hello.
And before we get started with this, Skunky has a slight warning for you.
As you see, we have a pot. We have a really red hot burner. So we're going to be cooking today, which means the burner is going to be hot, the final product is going to be hot. So please use caution and common sense because we don't want anybody to get hurt.
That's right.
Namely him.
I won't get hurt. We're not turning this into a cooking show, but some recipes you do actually need to cook, so this is one of them. What we're doing right now is we're making simple syrup. We use quite a bit of simple syrup here on the show, and you'll use simple syrup a lot in your recipes at home as well. And rather than actually go out and buy a bottle of simple syrup for $12, we make our own. We just get these little cheap squirt bottles and put the product in these.
And the good part about it is that you know what's going in it. Pick up a bottle of simple syrup at your local alcohol purveyor. Read the label. Then make ours.
That's right. Okay, now we only had one measuring cup, so we had to do double duty with it. But we can assure you this is exactly 1 cup of plain white sugar.
That seems like a lot, but most recipes call for what? A half ounce to an ounce of simple syrup?
Right, so
you're not going to be
this
drinking
makes
all that.
8 ounces of simple syrup, by the way, which lasts for a good long while. But you pour 1 cup of sugar into the pan. And then we're going to go ahead and set it on the heat here. And then as soon as it's on the heat, we take 1 cup, equal amounts here, of regular water.
Like I said, burner hot.
Burner very hot. And then you just stir it nice and gently. You want this to heat up, and it will heat very quickly.
Don't go walking away.
No.
This is not a set it and forget it type thing.
No, you have to stir this constantly. And what I'm looking here, I'm looking down in it, and the sugar is dissolving. This is a supersaturated chemical compound here, basically. It's just equal parts sugar and water, and you keep stirring it over the heat.
You don't want this to come to a boil, right?
No, you do not want this to come to a boil. You want it just to where it starts turning clear.
Otherwise, I think you're making candy.
Right, we're not making candy, we're making simple syrup. So you want it to come close to a boiling stage, but not quite.
How you doing there?
It's getting there, it's nearly there. We don't have to heat that high. Keep that over here where I can reach it, because that's what we're going to pour it into. Do not pour it straight from the pan into your container.
It will melt.
Yes,
if you're
it
lucky.
will.
If you're lucky, that's the least that'll happen.
Because those are soft plastic containers. They're PET approved, which means they're safe for food.
But they'll melt like nothing.
Yes, they will. Now, once again, the ingredients on this are 1 cup of plain sugar, 1 cup of plain water. That's all it is.
So, what can you use other sugar? Like, can you use turbinado? Can you use brown sugar?
It depends on what you're making. This is just standard simple syrup, 1-to-1 ratio.
All right.
There we go. It's getting clear now. So we'll take this off the heat. Remember, friends, the burner is still extremely hot, so be careful. So is this. Pour this very carefully into the Pyrex measuring glass.
Yeah, you don't want to... I mean, I guess you could pour it in a plastic cup, measuring cup. I wouldn't recommend it, though.
I wouldn't either, unless you want it all over the counter and all over yourself.
Well, I'm thinking also heat transfer.
You can see how hot that is, friends. It's still steaming incredibly.
So, how long does this last?
Well, as is. If you keep it in the refrigerator, it will last indefinitely. But as you can see, we keep our simple syrups right on the bar behind us. That's all I'm going to do.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
Now, the way we're able to keep these on the counter behind us here is we add about 2 tablespoons of vodka for every 8 ounces of the simple syrup. Just pour it in the bottle, then pour your simple syrup on top of it, cap it, shake it real good. It'll keep it definitely that way.
Think vanilla extract.
Right, basically. Now, you were asking if you could use other sugars.
Mm-hmm.
1-to-1 ratio, you get simple syrup. A 2-to-1 ratio, you'll get rich simple syrup. This one's a little bit darker because I let it cook too long. But a 2-to-1 ratio, 2 sugar to 1 water gives you a rich simple syrup. I really don't use it that often. You can see the differences in the measurements here. Almond simple syrup, it's just almond extract, not almond extract flavoring, almond extract.
If it costs $1, it probably isn't what you're looking
No,
for.
you're looking for the stuff that costs $6 a bottle. 1 ounce of it to 8 ounces of simple syrup gives you the almond simple syrup, or the orgeat.
Orgeat. O-R-G-E-A-T.
Yes, very good. Other than that, you can use brown sugar to make a brown sugar simple syrup, a Demerara sugar to make Demerara simple syrup, raw sugar to make a raw simple syrup.
Which basically just changes the flavor, like how the different sugars taste differently.
Right, it's a flavor thing. But this one right here, the plain old simple syrup, 1-to-1 ratio, 1 cup of sugar to 1 cup of water, will give you the most commonly used simple syrup.
Let cool completely before pouring into your bottle.
Yes, once that cools, we'll be transferring it to this little plastic bottle, which cost 59 cents at the grocery. Add 2 tablespoons of vodka to it. That will preserve it. Shake it really good after you cap it. Once it cools, very important, let it cool first. This is still extremely warm.
I don't know why you look at it, the smoke coming off of it should tell you it's
That's not smoke, dear, it's steam.
steam.
But anyway,
smoke.
once it cools, you can pour it in the bottle, add the vodka to it, shake it up real good. It'll keep on the shelf indefinitely. It
And
might
you never-
crystallize a little around the top, but that's nothing.
And you never have to buy that really weird crap ever again in the
No,
store.
with all the preservatives and the chemicals and the $12 price for 8 ounces, it's not worth it, friends. Don't bother with it. But that's all there is to it. Make sure your burner is turned off completely on whatever heating surface you use. We're using this because it's handy. Make sure your pan is cool, and definitely make sure this is cool. Be safe above all, friends. It's a great way to save money, especially when you're making your own simple syrup, and you can make it to the strength you want, you can make the flavor you want, but above all else, please be safe when you're working with a heated surface like this. That's very important.
Otherwise, I think I'm done.
That's about it,
Oh,
friends.
we're done.
Yeah, we're done. We'll see you in the next video, and as always, feel free to join Skunky and myself every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on KJSR.net with our regular show, Nothing to Say. Until then, drink what you enjoy and enjoy what you drink.